So it's mid-May now.
Yep.
Where are you with Arianna's journey?
So she's finished 4 cycles of the BIT chemotherapy. She had an MRI on Monday, so a couple of days ago. She's got an MIBG next week and also a bone marrow aspirate next week. And then we wait to hear back how she's, how she's progressed and what the progress is and has been. And hopefully we can then move on to the next stage. If not, then Arianna has thankfully been accepted onto a trial called Minivan. So if Arianna hasn't cleared the disease that she needs, she'll then go on to this trial that lasts for about 8 months, and then we'll start again. So then we'll go back round to really from now onwards. So then it will turn into surgery and then high dose radiotherapy, immunotherapy, etc. So that's where we're currently at.
When people ask you, oh, what's next? You don't know, do you?
No, we haven't. It is literally so dependent on how the disease is clearing, how quickly it's clearing. My slogan is slow and steady wins the race, because we haven't managed to move on to the next stage yet. But I thoroughly do believe that slow and steady wins the race, and I believe that. And that's going to be Arianna.
Yeah.
We will get to that stage.
Yeah, absolutely. And being at home with the children and Chris, and obviously being quite isolated. Obviously we had COVID, we were all at home, we were all locked in. This then happened to you, and you've kind of been in lockdown ever since that. Everyone's free now, but you're not. Like, how has that been, not being able to sort of be with your nearest and dearest, or even just seeing mates and popping around to me, or seeing dear friends of yours or whatever,
Yeah.
How have you coped with that?
Do you know what, I have to say, I think COVID prepared us for it, if I'm honest. But I think all of us have and are going to have a bit of social anxiety. So when we are, at events or when we are out, I felt nervous. I went to see Lion King, me and Arianna, which was amazing. There was all the other kids there that we've, known from Instagram and following them. And it was busy. It was really busy, and it was middle of the week, and it was a matinee showing, and I didn't think it was going to be that busy, but it was. And honestly, I was nervous, and clearly so was Arianna and the other children as well. And that just really goes to show that we are going to have a bit of social anxiety, and that's just something that we've just got to, learn to deal with afterwards, really.
Absolutely. And when you talk about the Lion King day, because I remember us chatting about it before, and you said, it was such a lovely day and whatever, and they had this room for you.
Yeah.
And there was a face painter and all of that. But
it's amazing, yeah.
It was a charity.
Yeah.
And it was just all of you mums with sick children.
Yeah.
You explain how you felt about that.
It was an eye opener. So walking in there was children with all different types of life-threatening illnesses. Some that you would never believe, and some that were severely unwell. And it was really sad to see that actually is reality, and that's the life that we're now in. Obviously, being in events myself, this is something that I would organise, let alone being on the other side of it. It was pretty heart-wrenching to kind of see that. But saying that, every single child had the biggest smile on their face, and they were just loving life, they really were. Every single child in that room, and the charity is called Spread a Smile, and that is literally exactly what happened in that room. And it was really emotional to see that, and I literally had every emotion under the sun that day, including the anxiety one. But it was really just so lovely to see that this charity has gone through that effort to put that on and to get this community together. And obviously the neuroblastoma community is so small because it's such a rare cancer. And I use the word rare lightly, because childhood cancer is not rare at all. And that is the one thing that I really want to get out there. I do want every single parent to understand and to know that childhood cancer is not rare, and they need to look out for them symptoms. But neuroblastoma is a rare cancer. So the neuroblastoma community is very small. So it's great to kind of know the different, know the children, and be able to, you know, reach out to one of the mums and be like, hey, is this normal? You know, has Florentina ever gone through this, or has Poppy ever done that, or, you know, whoever I'm talking to. So it is.
It must be lovely, because obviously you've got your family, your friends, but they're not going through what you're going through.
No.
So to have that support from other mums just must be fantastic.
It is. Yeah, it really, really is, and it's I can't explain how helpful it is, and also to understand how they got to where they got to. So what did they go through? What was their child's symptoms? Because it varies, you know, a lot of it is the same, but it does vary. And that's, again, something that I really just want to get out there, and want parents to understand. Cancer, we've been lucky in that sense. We've never had cancer in our family. So to have my child, my 5-year-old at the time, she was 5, diagnosed with cancer is just a whole new world for us. And everyone always says, never thought it would happen to me. But actually, that is just so true. I never, ever, ever would have believed that this would have happened to me and my family, and for my daughter in particular. It's ridiculous, and that's what I really just want everyone and all parents to understand. You know, certain indications, back pain in children is not normal. Please get it checked out. You know, get it looked into. You know, one girl, and I do really want to mention her, because her, I think her story is quite strong. So her name's Dulcie, and I've never met her mum. They live up north, but she was misdiagnosed for 1 year, and her tumour was actually 20 centimetres when they removed it. Her tumour was 20 centimetres big, and it weighed 1.2 kilograms. And she was misdiagnosed for a year of neuroblastoma. So, you know, the GPs can fail you, as great as they are. The NHS can fail you, so go with your gut instinct and, you know, really push to get answers.
So moving forward, you know that you've got your family around you, you know you've got a community of people, including me, that will help you with whatever you want. What are your hopes sort of for the next year, say? And I know you haven't got a crystal ball, but if you can visualise in the next year, what are your hopes?
Naturally, my first hope, and I do truly believe this will happen, but that Arianna is given the all clear, that they remove her tumour, and she's given the all clear from her bone marrow and her bones, and we will then be eligible for the vaccine that we are obviously raising money for. I do also hope that we raise that awareness so that more people badger their GPs and badger whoever they need to get answers of simple back pain or headache or whatever that may be with their children, and they get diagnosed early, you know, earlier than what has been happening to certain individuals.
I'm doing a half marathon in October the 9th, which will be really good, so I'm raising money for that. Anyone can do this. I just want to say, whilst we're together, you know, it's hard when you're in a small community to keep asking the same people to donate, right? So, you know, let's make this a national thing. If you want to do something, if you want to have a tea party, you want to have a cake sale, you want to go on a bike ride, you could have a pamper party with all your kids, and sort of anything helps. Anything helps the family, right?
It does, yeah.
And it would be lovely for it just to be a little more out there, and you know, just to help the charity also that you're working with. Yeah,
and literally any amount helps. It's just amazing what people have been doing and are continuing to do. But any ideas that you have, there's been some, you know, really outrageous ideas, and just go with it, you know, please, and create your own page and help us. Be really amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and you know, everyone, thank you so much for all.
And it will be good.
Yeah, it will. We'll get through this.
You will.